Moments ago, the draft that began with quarterback, and then wide receiver. That was Malik Neighbors, the second wide receiver taken by the Giants. J.C. Latham, the second of two offensive tackles. Joe Alt was the first, and Marvin Harrison Jr. was the first wide receiver. Moments ago, we saw our first trade. The Minnesota Vikings moved up one spot with the Jets. They flipped the Jets a fourth and a fifth on Saturday for the right to move up one spot. And we are assuming it is to take J.J. McCarthy, because Michael Penix was selected by the Falcons about 20 minutes ago. Here's the commissioner to make it official.
To help make the Minnesota Vikings selection, we are honored to have with us the surviving mother, brothers, and nephew of fallen hero, United States Army Sergeant Zachary Ewing. Zachary died after a battle with cancer, a cancer that was discovered after he was injured during his second deployment to Iraq. We salute him and thank his family and TAPS, the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, which offers care to those grieving the loss of a military loved one. I'm now going to turn this over to Sergeant Ewing's nephew, Asher, who will announce the pick in honor of his uncle.
With the 10th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select
J.J. McCarthy,
quarterback, Michigan.
And a huge ovation from the Wolverine heavy crowd here in Detroit, just down the road. And as you can see, in Van Buren Township, Michigan, he is going to Minnesota. And he is the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings, joining a room with Sam Darnold, who was signed earlier in this offseason, and a guy who is a winner for sure is going to take his wares to the NFC North.
No doubt, and somebody who reminded me of Alex Smith coming out of college. All Alex Smith did was win a bunch of games and do it in a really accurate and efficient manner. When you get to the video of J.J. McCarthy, the velocity and the accuracy is there. He wasn't relied upon like some of the other quarterbacks we've seen go so far in the draft, but when you do your homework on him, you see the ability to make these big-time throws, the athleticism. You get some inside pressure. Can you beat that free rusher? Absolutely, he can make that happen. Here he is against TCU, a game where he really showed off his legs in 2022. The next-gen stats powered by AWS, you look at his score, he's right there with that group of quarterbacks we've seen come off the board so far with an 83.
And interestingly enough, that's the order in which the quarterbacks came off the board that you see on the screen right there.
Nice work by Next Gen Stats of seeing that one through. I will just add this one thing, guys. To me, the ingredients are all there for him to be a great quarterback. These other guys had a chance to do more with their talents. He has the talent. It wasn't necessarily needed with this Michigan team. They had a formula that worked for them, and he played his role all the way to a national championship. But how many times, Joel, did they run it in a row against Penn State? 32. Kevin O'Connell's not running it 32 times in a row with Minnesota.
And you mentioned homework. Time now for a player comparison presented by Homes.com.
Oh, yeah.
We've done your homework because my player comp for J.J. McCarthy is C.J. Stroud.
Oh,
it's not apples to apples.
I see what you did
It's
there.
not, yeah, I know the Ohio State Michigan thing, but it's not apples to apples. It's not playing style. It's question marks coming in. Last year, C.J. Stroud, we were questioning what we didn't see